If you live in Spokane and you own a mountain bike, then you are one lucky little mountain biker because you've got Mount Spokane 45 minutes away. On top of being one of the most shuttleable trails out there, and there are a lot of shuttleable trails near Spokane, a veritable treasure trove of them actually, Trail 140 is a magical party for all the senses, all the way down to the bottom. Well, maybe not your sense of taste. I'm sure it doesn't taste very good. Anyway, you get to Trail 140 by driving to Mount Spokane State Park and continuing up the road past the first gate where this Department of Natural Resources building sits. Keep driving up this road until you get to this intersection. To the right is the top of the Goods, another amazing trail that I'll be reviewing shortly. But for this trail, you're going to want to turn left here where this gate is and proceed all the way to the top of Mount Spokane. Just keep right on going as gorgeous vistas looking down on Idaho open up to your right until you get to these towers, and where the lift is, you'll see the big old ski lift. Well, turn left when you see the ski lift, and you're going to park in this parking area right here. You can climb the 3,000 feet of road to this point, but I'm going to suggest that you ride this trail with fresh legs and then maybe climb to the top of the Goods when you're done. Do as I say. So, get out of the car at this parking area and work fast while you put your helmet and pads on because the biting flies up here will find you, and they are aggressive, nasty little things. They draw blood. The trail's right behind this sign, and the most important thing to remember while you're riding this trail is that you want to stay on Trail 140 all the way down. The other really important thing is that this trail is freaking awesome from the very beginning. You're in for it too. It took me a half an hour to descend the 6 miles and 3,000 feet down the mountain to the bottom of this joyous wonder. Hold on tight though, because this is an intense trip to the bottom. This trail appears to be machine built all the way down, and especially up here at the top. I mean, just look at that benching. Superb. You couldn't do that by hand. This trail is also pretty darn rocky up here at the top, but the rocks are incorporated into the trail in a way that is used for good effect, affording chunder where you need it, obstacles where you want them, and just overall rocky goodness. The rocks embedded in this trail are like peanuts in a Snickers bar. They just add some substance. They make it good. These switchbacks are perfect, with each turn radiused out perfectly. Somebody here knows what 20 feet looks like, and the results are fantastic. Everything just lines up so perfectly on this trail from top to bottom, but especially up here at the top. It doesn't look anything like a park trail, but danged if there's not a roller, a pump, a jump, or a berm right where you need them to be every single time. This trail rewards all your efforts on the pump track. See, the trail builder up here has this fun little tick where they've built this sort of these weaving rollers up and over a number of trees instead of just benching straight across the hillside. If you're willing and able to whip the bike around and up your cornering game, these little features are just fantastic. You pick up speed and it just makes you feel good, tilting your bike around those tree trunks. When you get to this intersection, go right, because the spur just goes to this stupid road, so keep going. It keeps right on being awesome and a complete scream. Remember, always follow the signs that point you to Trail 140. Now, you're eventually going to hit this other intersection with the road and a porta potty. It looks super confusing. If you're looking at the throne house, the trail runs to the left behind the poo shack. Pick up the trail again here, and then there will be sort of a mile-long flat traverse. It's not so bad. You kind of need a little pedaling interlude after what you've just experienced. Right where this traverse ends, you'll encounter this poorly marked intersection with another trail. It's super confusing and scary too because you don't want to make a wrong turn this far out. Fortunately, Trail 140 just continues on down the hill, so take the steep fork to the left. Turn left. That's what you want to do. Also, the quiet pedal interlude is over. It's back to shredding from this point on down. The trail gets a bit steeper in places here, and it is more intense, crazy good fun. There are some rather intense rock gardens in here. It's just more peanuts in the Snickers bar, really. This trail is just so good. Seriously, I couldn't shut up about this trail after I rode it, and I still just can't find enough of the right words to convey what a perfect, superlative experience this was. This is what happens when you step back and let Evergreen Mountain Bike Alliance do their thing. You get glorious single track like this. So, you'll eventually encounter this intersection with the road again. You'll want to go left and follow where the camera goes because this intersection is also confusing. First, the trail just goes straight down an old road grade for about 1/3 of a mile, descending like a passenger jet through turbulence until you drop into the trees, and then it's on with the gnarly roots, natural step downs, and just technical amazing awesomeness. Seriously, for a trail that gets shuttled this much, I wasn't expecting to have so much fun. This is the trail you want to build. This is the kind of trail you're dreaming about when you do those little bicycle leg kicks in your bed at night, because you totally do that while you're dreaming too, right? One of the Strava segments in here is called the Way of the Jedi. You want to keep your speed up in here because if you don't, Imperial stormtroopers will catch up to you and destroy your resistance outpost. More importantly, there is room for your handlebars through this section. You just have to trust in the Force. Or clearance. You can also just trust in clearance. It's good stuff. There's a couple of short little climbs in this section, but after all that descending, you need them to give your joints a rest. Then the trail comes to this road where you want to keep your eye out for the gate, because I almost slammed right into it as I was going too fast to really stop on the gravel. It's slippery. This drops you off right at the Bear Creek Lodge, where you absolutely need to stop and get a pulled pork sandwich and a beer. The owner told us he'll ride with you to the top and drive your car down to the bottom for $10. He keeps the keys behind the bar. So you got to get to know this guy. He's a total hoot. It's definitely worth paying this guy to park your car here. He recently bought the place, and I think we're all lucky it's here. Make sure you support this business. So there you have it, Trail 140. If you're anywhere near Spokane, don't miss it. Now, get out there and go ride your bike.
Woo! Perfect. Oh, so perfect.